Hey everyone, it's Kino here. Welcome to my new series of videos where you get the chance to practice with me right here on YouTube. Remember to leave me a comment and subscribe to my channel. Let me know if you like these new style of videos. Today we're going to work on opening the hips and learning how to surrender to the experience of the inner body. We'll jump right into it. Hands move together, deep inhalation. With a calm, steady awareness of the inner body, we're going to begin with the stretch that's often called pigeon, which is a passive stretch to open the hips. Starting off on the right side, you're going to make the right shin bone parallel with the front of your mat, and you're going to lean back, placing that left leg back. Then on a deep inhalation, exhale, gently fold forward. Now you might not be as far forward as I am, that's no problem. Just let yourself kind of roll down and avoid leaning all of your weight over onto the right side. But even if you have to grab a bolster and place it underneath you, you want to be as square forward as possible, or you can even lift yourself up. Now remember, you're folding forward and down. We'll stay here for a few moments as you feel yourself rolling deep into that space behind your right hip joint. We won't stay too long, just relax, surrender. Talk to yourself, practice accepting exactly what it is that you feel. Any pain in your right knee, you definitely want to pop your chest up a little bit or pop up a little. And now inhale, let's come all the way up. We're going to roll through to the other side. So that left shin bone is forward, and then inhale. And exhale, fold forward. Make sure that your foot's not pulled underneath you because you want to target the space behind your left thigh muscle. And again, you're square forward. Exhale, gently down. We'll just stay for a few moments to give yourself the space to surrender down. You could stay much longer, but today we're going to just use this pose to help your mind accept the sensation of the hip joint. Now, if your hip is tight, there's no problem with the hip being tight. But if you start telling yourself a story like, hey, I want my hip to open, and you start trying to get your hip to open, then you can sometimes injure the body. But if your hip is tight and the hip is painful, you just observe the hip is tight, the hip is painful. Don't force. Sometimes my hips are really tight, and it's tight today. You just have to observe, don't fight, don't force. Now, we were here for enough for you to feel that kind of intro to the state of surrender. Curl the right toes back behind you. Inhale. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. Hold downward facing for 5 breaths. Press through the shoulders. Walk it out for a moment. Belly sucks in. Emptiness behind your pubic bone. One more deep breath. Now, switch your gaze forward and inhale, step forward, lifting the chest. Exhale, fold forward and down. Inhale, come on up, all the way up. Raise the arms, exhale, Samasthiti. Step out with your right foot. We're going to move into Trikonasana, triangle pose. Right foot out, left foot in, and you'll notice the alignment of the right heel to the left arch. Inhale, spread your arms wide apart. Exhale, pivot down, so you move through that external rotation. Dangle your right arm for a moment, and then reach down and wrap your fingers around your toe. Hold it there, and really pivot into the hip joint. Don't be afraid of turning the pelvis a little, just pivot into the hip joint. We'll stay for a few more breaths, and then slowly bend your right knee, widen your stance, and extend the left arm. Gazing at the left fingers, roll that right shoulder forward, sucking the belly in. Nice, strong, steady stance. Feel your legs burning a little if you're down here. Roll the left shoulder forward. Inhale, warrior 1. Warrior 2. Lost count of the warriors. Look over to the right fingers and hold it here for a moment. Steady the mind. Belly is inside. Feel that right thigh burning, and then inhale, pick it back up. Shorten your stance a little. We'll do the left side. Now we're actively moving through the external rotation. So inhale, exhale, pivot through the external rotation of the left hip joint and pivot down into the inner thigh. So you want to pull the head of the left femur back so you can move through the inner thigh. Avoid using your left thumb as a kickstand and kind of activate the shoulders a little even as you sink into the hips. Then fingertips behind you, widen your stance a little, roll the right shoulder forward and come into extended side angle or Parsvakonasana A. Gazing at your right fingers and the belly is in. Hold it there for a few moments. And then roll it up to Warrior Two, Virabhadrasana B. Gazing at your left fingers, open the groins and the inner thighs. Hold it there for a moment. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, return to the front of your mat. So now you approach the hips from an active standpoint. We're gonna move into a simple pose called the tree pose, which is gonna test out the external rotation again. Bend your right knee into the body, spiral through the tree. Hands down into the prayer position. Hold it here for just a few more moments. Steady and calm breathing. Suck the belly deeply in. And now from here, bend your right knee into the chest. See if you can reach down and hold on to your right big toe. Straighten it out in front if you can. Straight leg. Otherwise, keep the leg bent. And then exhale, roll through the external rotation of the right hip joint. Hold it there for a few moments. Find your balance. And slowly pull it back to the center. Pull the knee back in. Return to tree for a moment. Hands in prayer. And exhale all the way down. You can also choose to remain in tree for that whole little sequence if it's a little too much to feel that spiraling motion through the hip joint left side. Come on, pick it up. Hands in prayer. Hold it there for a moment. And you can choose to stay here if your balance is a little challenged. Pick it up. And hold on to your toe. Straightening the leg out in front, spiral through that external rotation as you pull the left femur into its socket. It's a little bit like a balancing Trikonasana. Slowly move it back to the center. Bend your knee, hold it in, return to tree. Maintain your balance. Keep the belly sucked in. Hopefully, I should also maintain my balance. With a firm activation of the pelvic floor. That standing leg gets a little tired, especially on the second side, for me always. So we're gonna really keep your mind calm and equanimous. And exhale all the way back down. Come on to the front of your mat. Inhale, raise the hands above the head. Exhale, fold forward and down. Inhale, chest forward. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. Switch your gaze forward. Nice and easy on the first one. Slide, stretch the legs out, and exhale down. Bend the right knee into your body, and then exhale out to the side. Janu Sirsasana A. Make sure the heel is all the way into the groin. Twist yourself forward. Wrap your hands around that forward foot. Inhale. And if you can't hold the forward foot, remember you can hold on to your shin or the outside of the foot. And then exhale, fold. Stay here for a couple breaths as the belly sucks deeply, deeply in, treating the space and the emptiness deep through the inner body. And then inhale, straight arms. Exhale there. Pick it all the way back up. We're gonna switch the sides. Left knee in, drop it out. Heel in close to the groin. This is a gentle external rotation of the left hip joint. Suck the belly in, spiral it forward. Inhale from your deepest grip, straight arms. Exhale, fold. Keep the belly sucked deeply inside. Steady, deep breathing. And then inhale, straighten the arms. Exhale. Slowly pull yourself all the way back, cross the feet. Inhale, take it up. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. Slowly look forward and inhale. Jump forward, all the way down. We're gonna see if we can do like double Janu Sirsasana C, which is also called Baddha Konasana. So bring the heels in close to the body. Belly sucks in, create length between the ribs and the hips. Deep inhalation, and then exhale. Now it doesn't matter if your knees are really high. Remember, you don't want to be forcing it down to the ground. Just go as far as is comfortable for you. Over many years of practice, it slowly deepen. Exhale, slowly fold. And eventually your chin will touch the floor. Mine didn't touch for a long time. Remember to be patient. Slowly, slowly over time. Feel that burning sensation in the hip joints. Nice deep inhale. Nice deep exhale. Inhale, send the center of the chest up and forward. Spiral all the way up. Cross your feet. Inhale, take it up. Exhale. Chaturanga. Almost didn't make it on that one. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. Look forward and inhale. Jump forward and exhale down. Now, last pose we're going to try is called the compass pose. Bend your left knee into the body. Stack the right knee on top of the right shoulder. And inhale, straighten the leg. It's almost like you need the hamstring flexibility in order to access the hip. So you want to spiral the knee out and pull the foot close to your head. Hold it for a couple moments. Bend your knee. We'll try it one more time. Inhale, spiral it up. And exhale down. Try the other side. Bend the right knee down and pull that right knee, left knee behind the shoulder. Left hand down. Inhale, stretch the arm. Left arm out and look up to the ceiling. Hold it there. Bend it down. Give it one more shot. Don't worry, if it feels really far away, no problem. It's gonna take a few years to really work on. It's the beginning of the movement. Inhale, take it up. It's gonna get your leg behind the head eventually. And you can check out my other videos on Ekapada Shirshasana or on Compass Pose if you wanna see how those are linked. And exhale down. Now, nice and easy, cross your feet. Inhale up, exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. Stay in upward facing for a couple breaths. Nice long inhalation, nice long exhalation. Release your spine from the deep movement of the hip opening. And exhale, downward facing. Look forward and inhale, jump all the way forward. And exhale, lie down. And take a moment and just accept wherever you got to for the day. And after a few moments of rest, bend your knees. And with a big inhalation, orient towards the center line. Pull the knees into your chest, rolling over onto your side. Come on all the way back up. Pause for a moment, being aware of the inner body. Let the journey of hip opening take however long it takes. Do a little each day. Never judge yourself by someone else or judge yourself by what you did the day before or what you would expect yourself to do. Practice complete acceptance, complete equanimity, and let that peaceful state of total acceptance of your physical body translate into total acceptance of every aspect of yourself and ultimately every aspect of your life so you can learn to live the peaceful yogi's life one breath at a time. Hands in prayer. Thanks for doing the practice with me. Namaste.